Well, it's not just Washington, though. Every state is now preparing for armed protests at capitals from coast to coast in all 50 states. Nicole Burley is tracking the work to get ready all across America right now and has the latest from law enforcement about this unprecedented challenge a week before inauguration. Nicole.
Oh, absolutely, Rom. Several governors have already deployed the National Guard to help law enforcement protect against any potential violence at state capitol buildings in the coming days. A potential threat of violence looming at all 50 state capitol buildings after the FBI issued a warning of armed protests planned in each state ahead of the presidential inauguration. This refused to be silenced flyer spread via social media. And as security is being stepped up in Washington after last week's riot, it's also being increased nationwide. In Michigan, the mayor of Lansing, where the state capitol is located, is requesting assistance from the National Guard. Governor Gretchen Whitmer, herself the target of a foiled alleged kidnapping plot last year, will not disclose the security plan going forward, but says chatter is being monitored by both state and federal resources.
We're going to continue to stay close to our federal partners as we are thinking about how we ensure the safety of the Capitol complex.
In Ohio, security preparations are underway in Columbus.
People have the right to protest. They do not have the right to be destructive. They do not have the right to hurt other people.
In Santa Fe, New Mexico, local, state, and federal officials are collaborating.
We worked hard to be engaged early and at every level.
There's an increased law enforcement presence in and around the state capitol in Austin, Texas.
I think when people can see that you're prepared, I think many times it acts as a deterrent.
Although armed militia members have already arrived, even taking photos on Capitol grounds yesterday with the chairman of the Texas Republican Party.
I don't know, quite frankly, why the federal government was so surprised, or federal partners, that what happened last week. We all knew that. I think we all reasonably expected that to happen.
South of Austin, Houston's police chief says his department is ready for any unrest within his city.
I can just tell you that we will continue to monitor social media, and we will be prepared to respond to any eventuality here in the Houston area.
Now, 6 states, Alabama, California, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, and North Carolina, plus the District of Columbia, do not allow firearms at demonstrations. Of the remaining majority of states that do allow guns, a handful of states permit local municipalities to enforce restrictions.